Why, hello there. How are you doing? Don't mind me. It's really fucking hot still. And with these kind of prices going on with Nintendo, what more could be even worse than that? So, let's talk about Nintendo. Nintendo, I honestly think, is entering what I always called like the pig headed moment of a company. Sony went through it during the PS3, Xbox went through it with the Xbox One, and it has only happened in the past as well. The certainty of overconfidence and control of the market. Xbox thought they had with the 360's dominance in the West, and when they decided to go full crazy with the Xbox One announcement on so much anti pro consumer things, they lost the game. When Sony thought they were so fucking in from PS1 and PS2, and they thought there was no way the PS3 could have any problems. They made it a complicated mess to program for, so devs would waste their money and wouldn't be able to make the game port like to other systems because of how much. Totally backfired on them. These pig-headed moments in gaming are historical events of failure. And I feel like that's what Nintendo's going through right now. Iwata has passed away. Iwata was the last gaming force in Nintendo's hierarchy. At this point, it's business people. And this is exactly like, everyone always talks so high and mighty about Steam. And what's happening right now with Nintendo, is exactly what my concern with Steam would be if Gabe died. Corporate people would take over, and this would be their goal, to abuse their position for more and more shit. So let's get down on what's going on right now at Nintendo. So obviously, we already know a lot of price increases and shit already happened and stuff. But Nintendo has announced that new amiibos that are between $30 to $50. We're talking about figurines that unlock smaller perks, and they're not like movable figurines. They're still solid plastic figurines with a little chip in them that normally unlock like very minute things. There's a few that do a lot more, but mostly they do very small, minute things. I mean, for fuck's sake, Solitaire just gives you fucking Praise the Sun at the beginning of the game or wherever the fuck you use him. That's all it does. That's the only thing that Amiibo does. Now, those are older Amiibos. Now, what the new ones do, I don't fucking know, to be honest. I don't really do Amiibos very much, other than when they're on sales. Like right now, GameStop's actually doing a big sale on a whole bunch for $5.99. Anyway, but that's usually where I get most of my Amiibos, if I get any at all. Other than that, I think I've only bought like 2, 3 of them full price. One of them was Shulk. Shulk, like I really liked the original Xenoblade Chronicles. So yeah, I pre-ordered Shulk way off the bat, like that. Anyway, but yeah, these new prices, what the fuck? $50 for a fucking plastic figurine that likely does very minor. Look, these are like physical minor DLC type things, unlockable perk things. Some of them do some horse shit though. Like for example, the Shovel Knight Amiibo unlocks 2-player mode in the fucking Wii U version of fucking Shovel Knight. The fuck? That's fucking just a cock of shit, to be honest. And then you had the Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword had an amiibo that allowed you to fucking have a lot more freedom on where you could land and get back to the sky and shit like that. Something like that. And it's like, put it behind, I think it was $20 for that amiibo, if I remember correctly. Like, yeah, it's like, it's pretty horseshit. Like, some very odd decisions in a gaming sense. And people just eat it up. But then again, they also buy those little chips that have like 200 fucking amiibos on them, and that's a really popular thing too, since people figured out how to like put those on their own chips and shit. But yeah, this is a lot of fucking horseshit. I mean, for $50, I can get like 5+ fucking games. Like the fuck? Like seriously, this is insane. Like it's just a solid plastic figurine. Like action figures don't normally cost this much unless they're super detailed. I mean, oh my lord, what the fuck? It's insanity. They started at $12.99. Now, small price increase. I mean, I think the last time I looked at like a Nebo Willie was like 15.99 of that, like with a very occasional $20 one for like a like something they thought was gonna sell really well, or something unique about it. But like now we're getting into the $30 to $50 range, and that's just fucking ridiculous. Greed, pure greed. I can't like higher than $20 unless these things fucking start like having the ability to move and shit or come with like a bunch of accessories or something. Like, no. The fuck? It's just a plastic still fucking figure. Like, it shouldn't be more than $20 at best at this point in time. And that's not getting into, of course, we already know Nintendo started the $80 game war, and it's always a fucking mess. And like Donkey Kong. So what's interesting, the new Donkey Kong game, came out, and it didn't do the $80 price tag. It did get $20 DLC. How interesting. That's pretty expensive DLC. And you pared down the base price, and oh boy, you got some extra money there. that's a lot of expensive DLC. Oh, now if you know me, I'm a very physical person, and I don't really like messing with DLC shit that's actual downloads. Like, I mean, I haven't played the Borderlands 3 DLC shit because they haven't made a new physical version with the DLC on it. I haven't played Elden Ring's DLC because there's no physical version with the DLC on it. Now, if the new physical version that comes with a code gets really low, I might just buy that just to get. I'm waiting in hopes that maybe one day there will be a version with it on it. I mean, it took a little while, but Bloodborne would eventually gotten its physical version that had its DLC on it. So, kind of hoping, but time on ticking. We'll see what goes on there with that. But yeah, and what's even worse is Nintendo is now supporting the practices. Well, I mean they've always been doing it, but this is a whole new level of fucking you don't own anything, you pay for shit. So after they abandoned the Wii U and closed down its shop and shit and started making almost the majority of retro shit a subscribing system like Netflix and shit, which is fucking horseshit. Fucking horseshit at all. Fuck it. Go pirate that shit. Fuck. If you own it, at least. But anyway, but that's it's fucking horseshit. To have to rebuy shit over and over again. Now you want us to fucking subscribe for shit. But here's a new level. So they're gonna introduce the Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy has been lost to fucking time. I think there were like hackers who got to work on the 3DS, but I don't think they ever actually released Virtual Boy stuff on the 3DS back in the day. But this is like the first actual like legal being able to get these in a long time, and it's on a subscription service. Now, here's the bullshit. You have to buy an accessory to play these games on the subscription service. Your choices? A $30 piece of cardboard or $100 plastic replica of a Virtual Boy that you put the Switch 2 into. What the fuck? For $100, you should be getting a fucking cartridge with all the fucking games on them. Like, these are Virtual Boy games. You could fit the entire library on a fucking Switch 1 cart. And you could even throw in a mode where you don't need a shit and play it in 2D. But no, that's not an option. You have to have the 3D. So I'm assuming that means that if you were to play, assuming it can turn on without either of these two accessories, I'm assuming it's going to split the screen with two images, which would be, well, obviously very horrible to play like in normal vision. So it's mind-boggling. So you don't get to own the games. You have to buy an accessory that requires you to subscribe to a fucking service to play games for it. And then when it's all gone, it'll be worthless outside of hackers. What the fuck? That's some emotional damage, though. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I don't know. It's just like, it just. That fucking sucks. It's like, and there's no reason for it. I don't have a problem with the Vulture Boy being available. I mean, there's a small handful of interesting games on it, and those interesting games are really expensive. There's like this survival horror FPS game in Japan that's super expensive, and then you got Jack Brothers in America that's really expensive. I don't know what Jack Brothers in Japan's worth nowadays. It used to be really cheap. I got box copy like for $15 back in the day, but I don't know about now. It probably has went up, probably. But anyway, point is, the availability is not really the issue. The ownership and rights is. Like, they could literally make, like, I mean, if you're going to do $100 Virtual Boy fucking thing, fucking make a cartridge thing of these games to go with it. Fuck! I mean, for that price, what the fuck? It's horseshit. It's fucking horseshit. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's insanity. Nintendo greed is fucking insane. And the sad thing is, while I consider this, like I said, a pig-headed company moment, the problem is it going to have a negative effect on Nintendo? If you remember back at the launch of the 3DS, the system didn't sell very well when it first came out. People considered no need to upgrade to it being overpriced, and the niche of seeing 3D on the screen kind of I mean, there's a reason, like, late life, most 3DS games didn't even have the fucking 3D mode. Most people didn't really use it in the end. It was really a meh thing that nobody made much use of. I maybe looked at a few handful of games with it, but honestly, it hurts my eyes, so I could care less about it, honestly, unless it's an absolutely needed thing for a certain particular game or something, which I don't really know of any games that actually used the 3D for an actual function, but there probably is one. I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, that led to, well, the slashing the price and readjusting a bunch of shit. Because people didn't buy it. But people seem to be gobbling up the Switch 2 at least. Even though there still is a very vocal amount of people who have a problem with what they're doing with the key cards and all this shit. And this is just more crap on top. I'm telling you, every single thing Nintendo is doing right now is making me not buy a fucking Switch 2. Game key cards, like 95% of the library worldwide is game key cards. Don't give a shit. Virtual Boy accessory, don't get to own the games, will be worthless plastic in the future. Don't give a shit about. Nebos, $30, $50, don't give a shit about. Nintendo, I have absolutely no care for your fucking Switch 2 right now. The only hope you have of me wanting to get a Switch 2 at this moment is if you start wheeling back on these game key cards and start releasing proper physical releases. Because otherwise, I'm going to basically treat this like the Xbox One and Series. Like, I've hardly used the Xbox One I got for a really cheap price off of Dan, and I only played Dead Rising 3 on it because I'm just a fucking console peasant freaking dumbass. But I'm not getting a Series. I don't care about it. And I'm probably not getting a Switch 2 at this rate. And that doesn't even go into the anti-consumerness of what they've been doing with the whole Power World shit. For those who are unaware, which I highly doubt anyone watching this is, but if for some reason you are, Nintendo's suing Power World. And while, they're making all these patents and shit for monster mechanics that have existed in many other games before and after Pokemon. Shimatidze! No, sorry. Demon. Oh, sorry. Anyway. They're making all these fucking patents, and they're gonna make a bunch of people scared to fucking even make indie monster catching style games and that. And, it's really weird to me. Like, why are they suing Power? Power is an open real-time fucking game with monsters with guns. It's one of the most farthest fucking Pokemon-esque type games I've ever fucking seen. There's shit so much similar to Pokemon they haven't even fucking touched. Which is why I have said in the past discussions about Power World that my personal belief is this is because Sony is dumping money in a Power World. Sony is clearly trying to fucking own Power World. And I couldn't really blame them. It's been really popular. It's a good angle for them. And that's why I personally think Nintendo is doing all this. Because they want to fucking hinder Sony. Because they haven't gone off on any other fucking Pokemon-esque game at all. Now, whether Nintendo ever will, I don't know. It might depend on if it is something similar to what's happening with Power World happens. But they haven't gone after anyone else, any other Pokemon-esque indie games or anything of that. That at least aren't like ROM hacks of Pokemon. They always go after those, but that's a different topic. But it's just, I would hope they don't. Obviously, what they're doing now is still fucking shitty, though. Because even if it is true, again, it's my personal opinion, but even if it is true that they're going after Sony specifically and not for other IPs and stuff, this still sets up a negative precedent. If you become a really, really popular monster-esque IP, Nintendo may go after you. And then, of course, small devs don't want to deal with this shit, so they might actually just purposely avoid all these things they're patenting, which make it really hard to do any fucking monster-esque style game. Period. Between the anti-consumerness against the game industry of game design, overpriced shit, increasing fucking game prices needlessly. I've said it before and I say it again, I'm not saying a game can't be worth 70 or 80, but you need to be worth 70 or 80. And I still say Elden Ring is the only fucking game that I've played that's worth $70. And FromSoft didn't even release it for fucking $70. They released it for the normal $59.99. So I don't want to hear, because Nintendo shit sells very often. There's well fought fucking shit like the Animal Crossing Amiibo. Let's see, what's another one? The Pikmin 3DS game, that was considered a big stinker. Like, it does happen, but like not too often. Nintendo shit usually sells very well, so you can't just tell me Nintendo ain't making the money the majority of the time, because I'm gonna say that's fucking horseshit the majority of the time. Nintendo is being super fucking greedy. It's one thing if they went to the $70 price tag, because, the industry's always been pushing that. But the fact that they leaped over that and was the first people to be going $80 when nobody was majorly talking about that point at all, other than maybe select dumbass journalists who, always sucking of anything that gives them free shit. It's heresy. It's horseshit. Nintendo is basically being dead to me. I don't want Nintendo to be dead to me, but they're doing it themselves. As a certain YouTuber who likes to defend people's rights of ownership and rights of repair would say, stop paying for this shit. Stop buying this shit. You have the right to buy what you want. That's fair. But just keep in mind when you buy some of this overpriced shit that whips you off or fucks you over in your ownership, you're supporting that. And keep that in mind. But yeah, to me, I don't think I'm getting a Switch 2 for a very long time. I'm actually with the rumors that the PS6, PlayStation 6 might be detachable disc only, which, if it's similar to the PS5 detachable disc where it has to connect to the internet, we might be looking at the last real console cycle where we have any real ownership over all fucking games. It's a dark age. It's a very dark age for me. But I guess on the upside, I could start saving up my money for retirement and just focus on being a retro gamer. Yay! I guess. That's kind of sad that is for so in the series. I mean, to be fair, a lot of shit I love is basically dead. There's only a few series I really like, and very occasionally a new game that's really interesting that comes up. So, it'll be sad to see those whale moments come up where I'm going to be like, probably not getting it, or I might just get like, because a lot of games have been getting Steam versions, so at the end of the day, like, when it comes to series I like Persona and shit, like, I'm probably just gonna get them on Steam at that point, which it sucks, you know. I there's been a lot of the people who do the kind of stuff I do, like they used to be these big channels that only cared about physical games and shit. I remember like last year, a bunch of them did videos talking about like oh yeah, I usually just get Steam games nowadays and that, and just pick up a few physicals of ones I really like and that. Like, you know, it was really sad to me as someone who likes owning my shit, hearing a lot of these people just surrendering to Steam, which could one day end up like a lot of these other platforms where they'll fucking massively fucking around with the ecosystem that was already established. I tell you, when Gabe dies, it'll be a sad day for Steam because the CEO business people are going to come in and they're going to fuck it all up. They're going to do it. I know it. I know in my bones. I've been a fucking player in game industry for way too long. It would only be a miracle for it not to. It's not impossible, but I highly doubt it. Somebody with a lot of passion for gaming and the industry would have to take Gabe's position without these business people doing it. But who knows? Miracles can happen sometimes, but yeah, it's sad, it's depressing, and you know, Xbox just raised their prices too. They just announced raising their fucking prices again. It's like a 5-6-year-old fucking console. What is going the fuck on? And it's the worst selling console in this generation. So who the fuck's even buying it? I don't know. You know, honestly, like, you ever watch the fake wizard guy? Like, he did a video talking about Disney Plus's, like, business strategy. I kind of wonder if Microsoft's doing something similar, trying to price out the physical and get you down that Xbox Game Pass. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, that's me. That's my thoughts. That's, like, the way in that. It's all too expensive. It's like the hell. The hell. The hell. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Nintendo's being taken over by business people. The passion's fading and the money's flowing. It is what it is. Anyway, if you have any of your own thoughts on all this or any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time on the Proving Grounds. Take it easy.